Hey, what's up? How's it going, everyone? It's Jay from Ledia Growth Partners and Outreach EDU. In this video, I kind of want to go over a really nifty trick to be able to get hyper relevant leads from Apollo. All you'll really need for this is going to be ChatGPT and Apollo, and I'll actually be going over a way to be able to get these leads for about 95% cheaper than you otherwise would be paying Apollo for, because there's no reason to actually pay Apollo to get these leads. So all you'll need is a large language model. In this video, I'll just be using ChatGPT. You can use Claude or DeepSeek, it doesn't really matter. And then you'll also need an Apollo subscription or an Apollo account, and you'll also need this other tool called Apify. So the trick itself, it really is just in the large language model, and it's going to be in regards to the way in which we filter Apollo. So this is what your basic Apollo companies list will look like. You'll just have some filters here on the side where you can organize it based on the company, of course, or you can do things like the employee count. All good filters to be able to actually start dissecting and getting to the segmentation of the market of what it is that you're looking to achieve. But to take this a step further, so let's say that we've checked things like making sure that the email is verified. Although Apollo doesn't actually verify emails, they just scrape the emails, and if an email can be sent to it, it's good. But some basic things are, you want to have the email status as verified, and you want to exclude all catch-all emails. Then for job titles, you'll just add in as many job titles as you can, but we'll actually be going over the trick to kind of automate and streamline this process. And of course, we want to make sure that the company is known when we're searching for people. You also have the location. This is relevant to wherever you want to target. In this video, we'll be going for the United States, and then of course your employee count. So what we'll be using ChatGPT for is to actually, one, be able to streamline the process of filtering these Apollo leads, but it really is right here, which is in targeting these companies by keywords and not sitting here manually trying to type these keywords in. We can actually do all of that research with ChatGPT. So I'll go over an example of what it is that I'll do as a prompt to be able to get that information. So I'm targeting healthcare companies as a cold email agency, and we sell B2B lead generation services. I want to target healthcare SaaS companies, and I want you to generate a list of 15 to 25 hyper relevant keywords that will allow us to target specifically healthcare SaaS companies. And then I want you to come up with a list of 10 exclusionary keywords to make sure that when we get this list from Apollo, that it is only healthcare SaaS companies, and we leave out any other potential companies that could be crossed over into our lead list. And I want you to send this list over to me, comma separated. So this is pretty much it. The whole goal of what it is that we're looking to do is we're getting a comma separated list just like this of hyper relevant keywords from ChatGPT. This way we don't have to actually type some of these things in. So we can see we got like healthcare SaaS, healthcare IT platform, clinical management software, a good list of keywords. Because if we were to come into Apollo and if we were to try and search by like IT, information technology and services, and then maybe add something in like health, hospital, and healthcare, we're looking at about like 72,000 leads, right? So this is no way near as segmented as we would actually want it to make sure that our campaigns are relevant to the companies that we're targeting. So instead, we'll come over here to ChatGPT, we'll select and copy this list, and we'll just come down to included keywords, and we'll leave the industries blank. Because the keywords are so hyper relevant, we won't actually need to put in an industry anymore. And you'll just paste that block, press add, and we'll see that Apollo will do all of the work for us. So now we have an entire list of keywords. We went from 70,000 potential leads to 2.4 leads. And then to make it even more refined, we can actually add these exclusionary keywords. So we have down here an exclude keywords, and we can add these. And now we're at 1.7K. So now guaranteed for sure, every single one of these 1,700 leads are exactly what it is that we're looking for. So you can do this for any industry that you're targeting and really make sure that you can cut through the process of having to segment and clean these leads up later on, which of course will start to incur some costs when you're using a large language model or whether you have a VA or a team that is trying to filter out these leads. And you can apply this to every single niche, right? So if we were to go for something like, I also want to target marketing agencies, and I want you to create a hyper relevant keyword list and exclusionary keyword list for SEO agencies. And you can do the same exact thing and continue to get these keywords. And that way you'll really filter down your Apollo searches, because what Apollo is doing is it's checking the information that it's scraped, it's checking the company description, it's checking the LinkedIn profile for all of these keywords based on the company to make sure that it is exactly targeting who it is that you want. And now the real bread and butter is we'll copy this list right here, this link, and we'll head over to a cool tool called Apify. And in Apify, you can head over to pricing. If you use a business email, you'll be able to get this at a discount. Actually, I would recommend you come over to this starter price. It's about $39 a month. But regardless, you can also do this with a free account. You'll only be for a day, right? So we'll head over to Actors, and what you're looking for is an Apollo scraper. So the one I'll recommend is going to be this one right here, where it's about $1.20 for 1,000 leads. And if we compare this to Apollo's pricing, we can see that Apollo charges for 5,000 leads, you're looking at about $60, right? So an absolute insane amount of money, whereas we can get those same exact leads for $1.20 per 1,000. So going forward, the long term, I would recommend you use this one. But for the sake of this video, we're actually going to do this one, which is no cookies, and it's $45 a month, depending on how many leads you are scraping. This may be more cost effective, especially if you're a larger agency. But all we'll do again is we just copy this list, copy this domain that includes all of our filters that we have here, and we'll head over to this tool and we'll paste the domain here. And you can scrape as many records as you like. And you are using this as a trial, I believe you're limited up to 5,000. I will use get just work emails, primarily for the sake that I'm not going to be targeting personal emails. And then down here, I put no timeout, because sometimes you can run into little issues. And if you have this timeout in, it may just end your entire actor, which just isn't worth it. So just no timeout. And that's all. We just press start and save. And from there, we'll see that this agent will start running. Scraping has successfully started, fetching on page 1. And in a second here, we'll see, there we go. We just scraped the first 25 results, and now it's moving over to page 2, and it's scraping the next 25 results. And if we go over to what some of my previous outputs look like, you'll see that you'll get everything the same way you would get it from Apollo. We get the company name, we get their location, we get the company email, whether or not the email is verified, we get the title of the individual that we scraped, we get their name, we'll also get their LinkedIn if they have a LinkedIn available, we'll get their full name first and last, we'll also get their website. You get a lot of information. Everything isn't visible right here in this list, but you will get everything that you otherwise would have got from Apollo. So now this will help cut down on the cost of lead generation. In addition to that, you can also hyper segment exactly what it is that you'll do as far as who it is that you're targeting. Other than this, the only other thing I would recommend is that you can actually leverage a make automation and use AI to go through each one of your leads, scrape their website, scrape their LinkedIn profile, and really segment your lead list down to make sure that your copy, your offer is hyper relevant to exactly what it is. So we may get that list of 1,700 potential leads, run that through an automation, and it can break those lists down into these 700 leads offer this type of SaaS company for health companies. These 700 types of leads offer this unique service in regards to information and technology for healthcare. And now we've segmented our list even further down. If that's a video you guys would like me to do, then just leave a comment below and I'll show you my make automation setup to be able to do that. If you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and I appreciate you guys being here, and on to the next one.